Hmm, I will start first. Oke, terima kasih teman-teman nih yang udah mau join Zoom-nya dan udah mau meluangkan waktunya. Mungkin ini kayak hari libur ya bagi teman-teman semua. It's okay, karena kita bisa sharing ilmu. Nah, sebelum dimulai, boleh banget teman-teman share flyer aku, karena masih bisa banget join, karena kita nggak ada waiting room juga, jadi bisa join kapan aja. So, mungkin diusahakan teman-teman semua juga bisa nyalain kameranya ya, biar nggak sepi-sepi banget nih, kayak hati gitu kan ya, sepi banget nih. Jadi kita bisa banget nih nyalain kameranya. So, ini udah ada Ivo-nya. Halo Ivo.
Hello.
Do you understand what I say?
Yes, I can understand Indonesian very good, but talking Indonesian is still a bit hard for me. So yeah, that.
Okay, I will open this event first.
Right.
Ya, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore semuanya. Kembali lagi ke Talks atau Positif Talks. Dan pada kesempatan kali ini aku bakal sharing nih kehidupan remaja di Belanda. Dan yang pastinya itu pasti bakal beda banget sama kehidupan remaja di Indonesia. So, aku juga udah langsung kedatengan bintang tamu langsung dari Belanda. Kan dari nggak jauh-jauh juga sih ya, kan juga lewat Zoom gitu kan ya, jadi kita nggak perlu bayar tiket, kita tinggal cuman join via Zoom aja. Nah, untuk itu aku kenalan dulu nih ya, jadi nanti abis aku kenalan, Ivo bakal kenalan. So, nama aku Hanifah Fatmarani, aku siswi dari SMA Negeri 3 Depok, dan aku bisa dibilang sebagai content creator di Instagram dan juga di YouTube. Jadi kalau misalkan teman-teman kepo, boleh banget follow Instagram aku udah taruh di flyer aku, atau nanti aku bakal edit di mana gitu ya, aku taruh mana Instagram aku. Dan aku juga punya YouTube, jadi mungkin boleh nih teman-teman subscribe dan juga like videonya. So, di sini udah ada Ivo. Hello Ivo.
Hello. Good afternoon in Indonesia. It's good morning for me still, but good afternoon.
Okay, how's your day, Ivo?
My day is very good. I just woke up 2 hours ago, had breakfast. So yeah, I did not do a lot today, but yeah.
So
my day is good.
Yeah, so actually maybe your day is good. How you're feeling today? Is it a bit nervous or what?
Yeah, I'm not really nervous, but I'm very happy to be here and to talk about my life as a teenager in the Netherlands.
Okay. How's your college?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
How's your college?
My college is good. Well, I don't have college right now. I have a holiday right now, summer holiday. So yeah, I had my first year at college. It was a tough year because everything was online. So that meant that I couldn't see my other students. So I actually only know one person from my college, and that is an old friend from high school. So yeah, was at a social aspect, my life has been a bit hard. But for the rest of for the other parts, college was pretty fine because even online the teaching stuff was good.
Okay. So you were from Yunani 3 weeks ago or what?
Yes, I went. Yes, I went on a vacation 2 weeks ago to Unani, Greek. Yeah, I went for 1 week. It was pretty fun. I went with my friends. So yeah, it was really nice to have 1 week off after all that online college.
Okay, that's pretty cool because in here we just start our school, so that's kind of cool because you can just go to the other country, Inani, because we in here still pandemic. So maybe if after the pandemic, I will go to the other country.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The pandemic, you can, if you are in the Netherlands, you can certainly notice the pandemic. It's because some shops are closed, or you have to keep distance, or you have to wear a mouth mask. You can definitely see the pandemic happen here, but although the cases are very high, the death rate is pretty low here in the Netherlands. So it's most of all the younger people that are infected. So the older people are already vaccinated, so that leads to a lower death rate here in the Netherlands. So yeah, I saw that in Indonesia the COVID situation is pretty tough. So there are a lot of infections and the death rate is pretty high. So yeah, there's definitely a difference in that aspect.
Okay.
Most certainly.
So, actually, we don't introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Yes,
Indeed.
maybe you can introduce yourself.
All right.
By
Yeah,
yourself, or I will.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for me. I can introduce myself as well, if that's no problem. My name is Ifo, Ifo for short. I'm 18 years old and I live in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. I go to college at the Vrije Universiteit, the VU, in Amsterdam. And I study international business administration. I've had my first year already, so now I'm on holiday break. My hobbies are playing football, watching movies, hanging out with friends, just basic stuff. And I work as well in a restaurant of my uncles.
Okay, that's very cool. Disclaimer dulu ya guys, aku belum tentu bisa bahasa Inggris bagus banget gitu ya. Jadi mungkin nanti aku bakal campur-campur pakai bahasa Indonesia. I'm really sorry that I'm not very good at English, Ivo.
It's no problem.
Okay. So you are at the VU, which university? How to pronounce it?
It's the Vrije Universiteit. So yeah,
okay,
so it's pretty hard to pronounce for most students.
I will say VU.
Yes, VU is easier and for short. There are a lot of international students as well at the VU, so it's pretty broad and pretty big.
So one activity that you not mention it is cooking, right?
I'm sorry?
So one of the activity that you not mention it is cooking, because you like to help your mom's cooking, right?
Yeah, I like to help my mom with cooking, and I like to cook as well if I can.
So because I look at your mom's Instagram page that your mom is really like cooking.
Yeah, my mom really loves to cook, so yeah, I usually help her a little bit with or cutting some vegetables or meat. So yeah,
Okay, that's
I got the fun of cooking from her. Yeah.
So you want to make your own brand?
Well, yeah, that's the plan. I want to start a company. That's why I chose this study. Well, if it's ever gonna happen, I don't know, but that's the plan. So yeah, I'm working on it right now, with the hope that it will work out.
Okay,
But
I
I'm not
hope
fully
your
focused on it
success.
right now. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, before we move to the other topic, I want to show the audience your daily vlog. Is it okay?
Yes, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Do I have to show the vlog?
If you want, it will be good.
All right, then I'll share my screen. Just a moment. You all see my screen?
I
You
can
can see my screen, right? Yes, alright. Then I'll start the video. Hello, good morning. I'm Ivo. I'm 18 years old and I live in the net. Maybe I didn't share my audio. One moment. Yes. I was asked to make a vlog today to show you how a day in my life looks like. Well, it is now holiday season and so I have holiday as well. So yeah, today I don't really have a busy day. I'm going off with my family to the museum. After that I'm going to play soccer with some friends. So right now I'm going to prepare my day. I'm going to get breakfast, get ready, and then I'm leaving some family. So now I'm on the bike going to Osdorp. That is where my cousin lives and where my grandma parked her car. So yeah. I got what you need, baby, just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away. Easy as 1, 2, 3, you know I got what you need. I got the recipe, take the pain away. If you're ever feeling low, you could come and say hello. I got what you need, you just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away. In the Rijksmuseum. I'm here with my 2 cousins, and this is the most famous painting of them all. Wow, that's the Night Watch. Call me home, no need to be alone today. Easy as don't blame me, you know you can count on me. Give all your cares to me, take the pain away. If you're ever feeling low. En wat vindt u van het museum?
Geweldig.
What you need, baby, just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away. So we're done with going to the museum, so now we're on
football. We're going to play football with some friends. At Sportpark Hoogmeer, that's a bit further. So we're going to take the tram right there. That's a shirt. So we're going to take that. So I actually forgot to film about football. I'm sorry, but we've already played football for a couple hours. Now it's like 8 o'clock and I'm biking home. And after that I'm going to take the car and I'm going to go to Meidrecht. That is a little bit under Amsterdam. And I'm going to sleep over by my cousin. Hey guys, I'm in the car now. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to Meidrecht. That's where my cousin lives. I'm going to sleep over at his house. And this will be the end of this day.
Okay.
Alright, so that was the vlog.
That's very cool. The building is looking very nice.
Yes, it was really nice.
Okay. So, your daily life is kind of different between us in Indonesia because the teenager is very, I think I would say lazy because not using a bicycle to go to the college or even go to the museum or any kind of the place that we want to. Because in here we use motorcycle. Maybe some the teenager has their own motorcycle or even a car, but actually in there use a bicycle to go to the other place.
That's right.
So you go to the university, use your bicycle, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Everything in Amsterdam is pretty well structured with a bicycle. So you have to use a bicycle. I mean, that's the most. That's the best option to use in Amsterdam because everything is so close and the traffic in Amsterdam with the car is really not that. It's good, but it's always busy with a car. So you're faster with a bicycle than you are with a car. So when you're in Amsterdam, the bicycle is literally the best thing there is.
Okay, so why they not just to a motorcycle? Because in here we just maybe 300 meters we still use a motorcycle. So why they will choose to use motorcycle? It's bicycle. I'm sorry.
I think first of all it's a bit in the culture of the Netherlands. I think it's very Dutch to have a bicycle and to ride a bicycle. So that's first of all. And second of all, you have to have insurances when you buy a motorcycle, and those insurances are really high if you have just got a driver's license. So you also have to get a driver's license to drive a motorcycle. So a motorcycle, because for me, I just got my driver's license in November. That is 8 months from now. So I've just got my driver's license 8 months, and that means that my insurance cost for riding a motorcycle is really high. So it's not really handy for a student to ride a motorcycle, because otherwise at the end of the month they don't have any money to spend, because they have to pay like 50 euros for motorcycle insurances. So it's pretty costly. It costs a lot of money to own a motorcycle in the Netherlands. So yeah, that's why everyone uses the bike or public transport. But if you go far and travel far, then the car is also used a lot. And otherwise, you also have a good train system in the Netherlands.
Okay, then very kind of different culture between
Yes.
Indonesia teenager and
Mm-hmm.
Netherlands teenagers in Netherlands. So maybe what you can share what a significant difference between teenager in Netherlands and Indonesia between yeah teenager in Netherlands and teenager in Indonesia.
Well, I don't really, yeah, there are differences, of course. It is noticeable already in the motorcycle. But because I haven't lived in Indonesia, I don't really know what's really common in Indonesia for for a teenager. But I think maybe the most significant difference is that most teenagers in the Netherlands work. They have a little job that maybe it's called in English a vacation job, but they have it all year. So yeah, they have a little job. So for me, I work at a restaurant of my uncles, and for a different for someone else, it may be that they work at a supermarket. So yeah, I have heard from my parents and different people from Indonesia that most teenagers do not work in Indonesia. So maybe I think that's maybe the biggest difference between a teenager from the Netherlands and a teenager from Indonesia.
Okay, that's very cool because in Indonesia maybe we as a teenager still school, not
Mm-hmm.
looking forward for our job.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, there was some people, some teenager that has their own job, maybe like
Oh yeah, of
barista,
course.
and then what in the restaurant, yeah, just like waiters like that. But actually, mostly in Indonesia, we still get our money from our parents, not from what we work. So maybe that's different. Jadi teman-teman
Yeah, I
semua,
think that's a bit.
kita berbeda ya kulturnya, pasti budayanya kita beda, tapi di sana lebih beda lagi karena remaja-remaja di sana udah mulai kerja di usia remaja kayak gini. So Ivo, what's early age that we have to work?
Well, a common age in the Netherlands for teenagers to work is around 14 or 15 years old, because we also have a law in the Netherlands that kids under the age of 14 cannot work, because that would be child labor. So yeah, we also have strict rules about that. That like a 14-year-old can only work like 1 hour a week or something. So there are all rules about that. But when kids can start to work, it's common that they will work in the Netherlands.
Okay, 14. Okay.
Yeah, around that age. Yeah.
Mungkin kita sebagai remaja di Indonesia ya masih umur 14 tahun. Kita masih ngapain sih gitu ya, masih mencari jati diri. Sedangkan remaja di Belanda itu udah mulai cari kerja. Jadi kalau di bawah 14 tahun memang tidak diperbolehkan kerja, namun di atas 14 tahun boleh kerja dan it's a must, right?
Nah, it's not a must. I guarantee you that there are some teenagers that do not work, but it's really common here to work here at that age.
Oke, jadi nggak wajib, tapi memang lebih apa ya, udah kebanyakan lah ya kerja di umur 14 tahun ya ke atas lah ya. Mungkin juga bisa nyari jati diri juga. Ivo, actually, is there people that not work and then is getting I'm sorry, I will translate it. So it work based from their self or from the parents.
Yeah, it really depends. Because it's probably more common that teenagers from poorer families will go to work by themselves because their family just cannot afford to buy some fun stuff that the teenager wants, for example. So it really depends on the situation, but yeah, it's common around that age that teenagers are going to work or going to search a little job. But yeah, if it's because of the parent or the teenager, it really depends on their situation. So it's really different.
Okay, gitu. Sorry, there was a people not mute yet. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. So that's very cool story that we can learn.
No problem. No problem.
We as teenagers actually we have to motivate ourselves because in Indonesia it's very different. We are maybe kind of lazy because the assignment in Indonesia is very many and much, and the subject, in Indonesia there was in high school there was a 16 subject, and in Netherlands how many subjects?
Yeah, I think in the Netherlands in a common high school there are around 10 or 11 subjects, so that's already less than Indonesian teenagers. So yeah, what subjects do we have here? We have the common languages like Dutch, English. We have math. You could choose for science or chemistry. You have the gym, the fitness, and then you have music, history. So there are maybe, I think, at a high school 8 or 9 subjects that a teenager has.
Okay, that's very little because in here it's very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, so that's also a difference that let teenagers work in the Netherlands because maybe they have more time, to work.
Yes, that's true. I think so. So, you were born in Netherlands. Maybe you know well
That's
more Netherlands. So you can tell a little bit what kind of daily life or maybe culture or maybe others that you want to say, and then maybe we can share that I think that we should do and I think that we should don't do in there.
All right. Well, definitely a do for if you are in the Netherlands is you have to get a bicycle because it's really handy for yourself to travel from one point to another. For example, in Amsterdam, so a bicycle is really like a must here if you are in the Netherlands, and it's also really fun. Yeah, and a don't is, I think, that you maybe don't estimate, you must not underestimate the weather here in the Netherlands because it really varies from one point to another. Because right now it's summer, but it's still cloudy and rainy. So yeah, in the Netherlands it's always the weather is always unexpected. So come prepared with thick jackets and also swimming pants because it really depends from day to day.
Okay, that's it. Or anything that you want to tell us?
I don't think I really have another do or don't. Maybe that if you don't like biking, the public transport is really also really fine. It's really good here with the public transport. So yeah, maybe that one as well. That the public transport is also really handy.
Okay, so I will share using bahasa. Is it okay? So
Yes, that's fine.
teman-teman semua di sana kulturnya beda. Dari mulai tadi aku udah share ya sama Ivo. Jadi kalau di Belanda itu udah mulai kerja dari umur 14. Terus juga kemana-mana naiknya sepeda. Jarang banget yang udah punya motor atau mobil, karena emang sejujurnya Belanda itu kota kecil. Jadi negara yang kecil. Jadi kalau misalkan kemana-mana lebih prefer pakai sepeda dibandingkan motorcycle. So dan juga public transportation is a choose if you want to go to other place. Jadi memang beda banget ya kulturnya gitu. Karena di sini mungkin kita males-malesan gitu ya. 14 tahun kita masih ngapain sih gitu kan ya. 15 tahun kita masih ngapain sih gitu. Masih pusing-pusing nyari sekolah ataupun yang lainnya. Nah, untuk teman-teman semua boleh banget nih langsung bertanya di kolom komentar. Nanti aku bakal tanyain ke Ivo. Dari sekarang boleh banget untuk bertanya apapun yang kalian mau tanyakan. Oke, Ivo, we move to the next topic.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I searched on Google. Your university is one of the best university in Netherlands.
Alright.
Okay, so that's very cool.
Yes.
Congrats for that. Maybe it's hard to get in.
Well, actually, for a Dutch teenager, it's really not that hard to get in this university.
Oh, really?
It really isn't that hard. I also didn't have a clue that it was the best university. But it's not really that hard because it really depends on the study you choose. So there are different studies that are harder to get in. For example, dentistry. It's really hard to get in dentistry because there are not a lot of places, like 200 for one university. That's really a small amount because in the Netherlands there are only 3 universities that give dentistry. So there are only 600 places a year. And a lot of people want to get into dentistry, so it's really hard to get in dentistry. But for example, to get in international business administration like me, it's really easy actually. You have to finish your high school at the level VWO. That is a level in high school. If you finish that, then you can actually pick any study you want that doesn't have a small amount of places.
Alright.
So it really depends on the study.
So you're not feeling kind of hard to get in?
No, definitely not.
Because in here, if you want to go to the best university in Indonesia, it's very hard, because I think in Indonesia is a little university. So because the teenager in here is many, so when we want to go to or maybe accepted by the university, it's very hard, because the struggle is, oh my god, I'm not kind of.
Yeah, I can understand.
Yes. So do you have any tips and tricks to go to the university in Netherlands?
Tips and tricks. Well, actually, I haven't really been to college, so everything was at home for me, online. So the only tip and trick I can give you is plan your day good. Know what you need to do. For the rest of it, with going to the campus, I have no clue because I haven't been there a lot. I've only been there like 1 or 2 times. So I haven't also seen the building quite yet.
Oke, jadi teman-teman semua memang kesannya kayaknya kata Ivo sih ya, nggak begitu sulit untuk masuk ke universitasnya, meskipun itu salah satu universitas terbaik. Karena aku cari di Google kan, dan keluar ternyata Leuven ini salah satu universitas terbaik di Belanda. Dan mungkin kalau di kita gitu ya, UI ITB, UGM gitu ya, mungkin susah banget gitu masuknya. Tapi kata Ivo, it depends from our study. Jadi kita bagaimana kita belajar, dan memang usaha tidak mengkhianati hasil gitu. So tips and triknya, mungkin triksnya cuman untuk planning your day. Jadi aku juga pernah share ya di Instagram aku nih. Jadi bagusnya itu untuk planning. Jadi mungkin ada beberapa orang yang memang tidak mau untuk planning masa depannya, hari ini ataupun tahun ini gitu ya, karena berpikir udah jalanin aja dulu. Tapi menurut aku, dan Ivo juga bilang bahwa planning itu salah satu kesuksesan gitu sih. Jadi biar kita tetap tata rapi itu jadwalnya kan. So I think that's enough for me. So that topic is enough. So I will move to the next topic before I don't make my question. So if you didn't live, or you were with your parents, right?
Yes, I live with my parents, that's right.
But you go to the college by yourself.
Yes, I go to college by myself. In the Netherlands, a teenager already at the age of 12 or 11, they already go bike alone to school. So, I think a teenager really gets on an early age its independency here in the Netherlands. So, also for going to college, if your college is really close to your home and you still live with your parents, it's like you go to high school, so that's not really a big difference. But if you go away from home, you go live in another city. So for example, we have another city in the Netherlands that really is famous for its students and university, that is Delft. So if you go to Delft, that is around 30 minutes from Amsterdam. So if you go to that university, most people will also live there because it's really the best option. Otherwise you have to travel 40 minutes every day, and for Dutch standards it's really a long travel time. So you go and search a room there in that city, and you go live by yourself. So I think that independency is already given at an early age. So I think the teenager is really prepared for it.
Okay, so maybe because in here we kind of afraid to go to a new place. Maybe you can share your tips to maybe build a confidence or what?
Well, some tips to build confidence on leaving your home. For me, I think the best tip for you guys would be that you don't have to be scared because everyone will go through that one day. Everyone will leave their homes one day. So whether you have to leave right now or later, you have to leave. So maybe that thought can help you. Another one is, it's always nice to meet new people. So, be excited for the fun parts about leaving home. So I hope those thoughts can motivate yourself for, leaving your home if you want to study abroad.
Okay, so that's enough for me. I think that's very critical. Your answer is very, very best for me. Mm-hmm. And I hope the audience get the answer from you. So actually there was many questions from the audience.
Yeah, I saw many questions. So should I start at the first question?
Actually, I asked in my Instagram too. Insta story, and then
Oh,
some people
alright,
ask
yeah, that's good.
you, and
That's fine.
yeah, maybe you
Alright.
want to start in Zoom. I think I will.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah. Ivo, what's your favorite Indonesian food?
My favorite Indonesian food is satay. It's not really like a food, maybe it's more like a snack, but I really like satay. And if it's ayam or kambing, it doesn't matter for me.
It will be food. Maybe there is lontong.
Yeah, with lontong, yeah.
So there was a question from Ibu Desi. Hi Ivo, just a little question. If in Olympic, an Indonesian athlete compete with Netherlands athlete, which athlete do you support?
If the Netherlands are competing with Indonesia, I support both of them. Yeah, if I had to come out as an athlete for a country, I would choose the Netherlands because I grew up here.
Okay.
But I will support Indonesia and the Netherlands always together. So
Okay, just because you were born in Netherlands, you
yeah,
will choose Netherlands.
yeah.
Okay, there was a question again. Hello Ivo, I like to ask a simple question that I really want to know. While in Netherlands, is there a culture that is similar to Indonesia, such as the environment, the people around, or maybe others?
Well, I think that the culture is different. It's really noticeable if you're here in the Netherlands. With the aspect of the environment, it's really cold in the Netherlands. Everyone wears long pants, long trousers, and a jacket. So, with the environment, it's really noticeable. And with the people around you, the Netherlands is really, especially in the cities, it's really multicultural. So there are a lot of people from different backgrounds. So, for example, there are people from Morocco, from England, from Turkey. So there are people from everywhere in the world here in Amsterdam. So the multicultural aspect is really noticeable. So I think that differs from Indonesia, where there are not a lot of multicultural people. I think maybe only people from close to the country, like China, for example. So I think there is a cultural difference. Like we talked about as teenagers, there is also a cultural difference. So I think the Dutch teenager is more independent, and I think the Dutch teenager is more independent compared to the Indonesian teenager. So I think there is a difference.
Okay, so walaupun kesamaan pasti ada perbedaan ya. So there was a question again. Ivo, are you interested to study in Indonesia?
Yeah, I am actually. I have to go on exchange next year for 6 months. So the countries that I'm thinking of are Canada, Indonesia, Japan, and Australia. Those are the 4 countries that I'm thinking of. So my decision is not made yet. I'm interested to study in Indonesia as well.
So if you will choose Indonesia, nice to meet you.
Yes.
So I will wait for you. And actually there was a question again. How did you adjust to the people and environment there?
Growing up here, I think you don't really have to adjust. Maybe like my mother is born in Indonesia, my father as well, by the way. But I think my mother really had to adjust here in the Netherlands. So in Indonesia, the environmental changes, of course, she had to get to know that change. But I think also the cultural change with the people, because the people in the Netherlands are really direct. They just say what they think, and they don't, stumble back from their opinion. So yeah, that's maybe a big difference because I think somewhere else in a lot of places in the world, it's not really common just to say what you think that may hurt somebody. But here in the Netherlands, they're really direct and say what they think.
Okay. Okay, maybe I will ask you one question again, and there is the audience want to ask you, but she want to ask you by her talking, not just comment.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I will ask you one question again. How is the school learning system there?
How is the school system?
Yes.
I think the school system is okay. It's not really bad, but I think there are some improvements. So at the age of 12, you are tested to go to high school, and in high school there are 3 main levels. So it's level 1, level 2, level 3. So when you're 12 years old, you have to make a test, and the test will say to what level you need to go in high school. I think that may be a too early age to really decide you have to go to this level, you have to go to that level, because it really makes the teenagers at that age really nervous, because they're really young at 12 years old. So maybe if that age will be like 13 or 14, it's already an improvement, in my opinion, because the teenagers then are a bit older to understand that they are placed in a level in high school. There are some improvements. I think in the political view, they are now debating on whether to put that age a bit higher. For the other parts of our school system, I think it's pretty fine.
Okay, that's cool answer. So maybe we move to the next question that Raisa want to ask you. So Raisa, you can open your mic or even your camera.
Okay, thank you, Hanifa, for giving me the opportunity to handle the question. I'm sorry, I can't open my camera because I'm still doing my course. So I want to ask you a question so you said earlier that the law in the Netherlands recommends teenagers age 14 until 15 years to start a part-time job. And does such a legal system interfere with the learning consent of these teenagers? Because I think having a part-time job while still having to go to school is a big responsibility and needs a proper management of time. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for this question. So the law gives gives teenagers from the age of 14 years old to work, to have a part-time job in the Netherlands. So it may be like 1 or 5 hours a week. I don't know the exact hours of that. Like you implied, it really needs a proper time schedule, and I think those laws and that culture of going to find a part-time job at the age of 14 or 15 is really giving those teenagers an opportunity to become individual, to make their own planning, to really be responsible of your own actions. Like if you have free time, you could learn or you could just play video games, but it won't be good for your studying. So I think that's right. It really needs a proper time management.
Okay. I hope Raisa get the answer. So actually, I'm enough with the answer, and I'm not getting any kind of question again. So maybe I have a challenge for you that you can introduce yourself again, but using bahasa.
Alright. Yeah, I have to think a bit. Apa kabar? Namaku Dealivo, tapi kita bisa bilang Ivo. Umurku 18. Aku lahir di Belanda, di Amsterdam. Sama aku kuliah di Amsterdam juga. Aku kuliah International Business Administration di Vrije Universiteit. Was that good?
I would say it's like Cinta Laura.
Alright.
Okay,
Thank you.
this is very cool introduction. Okay, maybe there was not question. There isn't question again from the audience. I will close the event. I'm very thankful for your time and then sharing.
That's no problem.
I think I will take a picture of us first.
Yes,
Okay?
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. So, the audience, I think, wants to get into. So, teman-teman semua boleh untuk nyalain kameranya. Karena aku pengen screenshot nih. Tunggu. Oke. Kalau nggak ada juga nggak apa-apa. I will take a picture. So,
Alright.
1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, thank you, Ivo. I will close
Yes,
this
no
first.
problem.
So, makasih teman-teman semua yang udah join dan luangin waktunya.
Well, good morning. I'm Ivo. I'm 18 years old and I live in the Netherlands. I was asked to make a vlog today to show you what's how a day in my life looks like. Well, it is now holiday season in the Netherlands, so I have holiday as well. So yeah, today I don't really have a busy day. I'm going off with my family to a museum. After that, I'm going to play soccer with some friends. So right now I'm going to prepare my day. I'm going to get a breakfast, get ready, and then I'm leaving some family. So now I'm on the bike going to Osdorp. That is where my cousin lives and where my grandma parked her car. So yeah.
I got what you need, baby, just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away. Easy as 1, 2, 3, you know I got what you need. I got the recipe, take the pain away. If you're ever feeling low, you could come and say hello. I got what you need, baby, just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away.
cousins, and this is the most famous painting of them all. Wow, that's the night watch.
Call me home, no need to be alone today. Easy as don't blame me, you know you can count on me. Give all your cares to me, take the pain away. If you're ever feeling low.
En wat vindt u van het museum?
Geweldig.
What you need, baby, just come see me. I got the remedy, take the pain away.
So we're done with going to the museum, so now we're on to football. We're going to play football with some friends. At Sportpark ook meer, that's a bit further. So we're gonna take the tram right there. There's a tram. So we're gonna take that one. So I actually forgot to film about football. I'm sorry, but we've already played football for a couple hours. Now it's like 8 o'clock and I'm biking home. And after that I'm gonna take the car and I'm gonna go to Meidrecht. That is a little bit under Amsterdam. And I'm gonna sleep over by my cousin. Hey guys, I'm in the car now. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to Meidrecht. That's where my cousin lives. I'm gonna sleep over at his house. And,